In this video, I'm going to discuss with you guys arbitrage betting. What is arbitrage betting and does it work? I'm going to go over step by step and tell you guys exactly what you can do to actually set yourself up for success. What's up everybody, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports and this channel is dedicated to making you a more profitable sports bettor. Now if you guys enjoy these videos, make sure you hit that like button. Also make sure you subscribe because once we reach 100,000 subscribers, we will be giving away $10,000 cash to a lucky subscriber and that could be you. Now let's get into it. First off, what is arbitrage betting? You're basically betting both sides of a game and you're trying to hedge and you're trying to find discrepancies in the odds to be able to grab yourself a guaranteed profit. For example, let's just say in the NBA. It's a very tight point spread. Lakers are going against the Celtics. It's +1, -1, very close. One sports book on the money line has the Celtics at +110. You find another sports book that has the Lakers on the money line at +110. So what you would do is you'd end up betting both. Now you have both sides at plus money and you're guaranteeing yourself a profit. Now it's not going to be a tremendously big profit, but it's still going to be nonetheless a guaranteed profit. Now the first thing people always ask is it real? Does it work? Can you actually do this? Well, yes, it is real and you can actually do this. There is only a couple things that go into it that are a bit difficult. So first off, you have to be able to find those lines. You have to be able to look at all your sports books and be able to find the discrepancies at one book and at the other. So time is always a factor when it comes down to this because nobody really wants to sit in front of their computer all day and look at numbers and look at odds and try to find the discrepancies in the odds. Now the second thing, and this is the most common thing that I see from sports bettors that try this and then they end up getting banned, is they try to use the same sports book. Sometimes even live betting at one sports book. Continuously doing that, your sportsbook is going to ban you because your sportsbook does not want you guaranteeing yourself a profit. So the only way to be able to actually do this is to be able to have multiple sportsbooks. So the only people that could actually arbitrage at a level that's worth being profitable is people that have sportsbooks that are pretty much unlimited, like Arizona, Pennsylvania, where you have 15, 16, 17 sportsbooks that you could use. And when you have that many sportsbooks, then you can sit there and you can arbitrage bets. So if you're in a state that it's not legal to bet on sports, there's almost no chance that you're going to be able to arbitrage bet, because if you're using offshore books, there is only a handful of offshore books and you're really probably not going to find too many line discrepancies between those. Now here's the downside of arbitrage betting. If somehow your sports books do get wind of that you're doing this and they start limiting your money that you're able to place, you're never going to get that back. So you kind of ruin your relationship with the sports book. The thing is if you ruin your relationship with a sports book, they use your social security number, they use all that stuff. You can't go and open up another one. So what would happen is you would end up having to use somebody else's identity to basically open up a sports book. You're opening a whole nother can of worms by doing that. So the thing is, if you're going to get into arbitrage betting, I suggest you get into it, you get what you can, and then you just get out. Because if you continuously do it, you're gonna lose access to having that sports book. So that's just the way that it happens. Now, one of my clients came to me one time about arbitrage betting and expressed there was one thing that they had a problem with as well, where the lines that you see, sometimes when you go to another sports book, immediately switch. So if you don't take advantage of it right away, then you could go back and you lost that opportunity. So for example, you went and placed Lakers +110, but you seen they were going against the Celtics and another sports book had +110 as well. Well, while you're placing your bet on +110 at this sportsbook, as soon as you went back to the other one, it wasn't +110 anymore. So then now you're stuck because now you bet one side and then you couldn't find the arbitrage opportunity on the other side. Therefore, you had to wait and be able to see if you could find that number again. And if you didn't, then you were pretty much stuck with just an original bet, or you would have to hedge it to take kind of a guaranteed loss if you were taking the other side, like -105 or whatnot. So let's go through those one more time. The plus side, you're guaranteeing yourself a profit. Yeah, it's gonna be a small margin that you're making. You're not gonna make a crazy amount of money just arbitrage betting, but it is guaranteed. Another thing on the plus side is when you're getting guaranteed money and you're betting both sides, there's no sweat. Now let's get to the downside of it. It's gonna take up a lot of your time to sit there and look at all the discrepancies across all those sports books to be able to find which ones have those discrepancies. And now another downside is that you're risking yourself and your sports book at being able to lose everything because you're going to lose access to everything. Not money-wise, you're not going to lose all your money, but you're going to lose access to the sports book. They're going to limit you. You lose your relationship with them, and then you're never able to pretty much bet with them ever again. So let's get down to the overall aspect here. If you're going to arbitrage bet, you're not going to make crazy money, but it is going to be a guaranteed profit. If you are a serious sports bettor, are you willing to risk your relationship with these sports books that you can make more money on actually betting on sports if you have the right strategies in place? Or are you going to risk that for a small amount of money and then risk your relationship with the sports book to where you end up not having access to them ever again? So if you're going to arbitrage bet, I suggest that you put the risk and the reward together and see if it is worth it for yourself. Also, the timing that goes into it, are you willing to dedicate that? And make sure that you have plenty of sports books to work with, because if you don't, then most likely arbitrage betting is not going to be able to work for you. As always, guys, I'm Frank with Linemaker Sports. I'll see you guys in the next video. Till then, I'm out.